Hey there, Papa's Posse. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, it's time for Papa's comic books, coffee, and more. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that QR code there. It brings you to my YouTube channel, my eBay page, and my Instagram page. All right, are we ready to see today's reading? It is Walt Disney's The Little Mermaid. This is a little golden book. Golden Book Publishing out of New York. 1997 Disney Enterprises. All right, it's don't forget to hit that like button down below, that sub button down below, and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought, okay? There's that QR code. That'll bring you to my eBay page and my Instagram page as well as my YouTube page. Okay, let's see what we can do here. The Little Mermaid, adapted by Michael Teitelbaum, illustrated by Sue DeChico. Okay. King Triton, the great sea king, had many daughters who loved this undersea world in which they lived. But Triton's youngest daughter, Ariel, dreamed of the world above the water's surface. The world of humans. Although her father warned her, never go there, Ariel disobeyed him and went up to the surface quite often. Ariel and her friend Flounder liked to visit Scuttle the seagull. Scuttle told them all about the human objects that Ariel discovered at the bottom of the sea. One day Triton found out that Ariel had been making trips to the surface, and the Sea King grew very angry. He was worried about his daughter's safety, and so he asked his trusted friend Sebastian the Crab to keep an eye on Ariel. A few days later, Ariel noticed a ship sailing way up on the surface of the water. "Humans?" said Ariel, swimming quickly toward the ship. "Oh no," cried Sebastian, as he and Flounder swam after her. "Here she goes again." When Ariel came up above the water, she saw a huge ship filled with sailors who were singing and dancing. Ariel's eyes lit up when she spotted a sailor the others called Prince Eric. It was love at first sight. Suddenly, the sky darkened, heavy rain began to fall, and lightning split the sky. Prince Eric's ship was no match for the terrible storm. The ship was tossed on the waves, and the prince was thrown overboard. "I've got to save him," shouted Ariel. She grabbed the drowning prince and swam to shore, pulling him up onto the beach. Prince Edric did not stir as Ariel gently touched his face and sang him a beautiful love song. Soon Ariel heard the prince's crew searching for him. She did not want to be seen by the humans, so she kissed the prince and dived back into the sea. Prince Eric awoke to find Sir Grimsby, his loyal steward, at his side. "What happened?" asked Sir Grimsby, happy that Eric was alive. "It was a girl," said the prince, who still looked a little dazed. "A beautiful girl saved me, and then sang in the most beautiful voice I've ever heard. I want to find that girl, and I want to marry her." Prince Eric, too, had fallen in love. King Triton was furious when he discovered that Ariel had fallen in love with a human. He rushed to the grotto where Ariel kept her collection of human treasures. The Little Mermaid tried to reason with her father. "Daddy, I love him," she cried. "I want to be with him. He's human, a fish eater." Triton shouted. "No!" He raised his magic trident and fired bolts of energy around the cave, destroying all of Ariel's human treasures. Then the mighty Sea King left. Ariel buried her face in his hands and began to cry. Meanwhile, not far away, evil forces were at work in the Undersea Kingdom. Ursula the Sea Witch, who had tried once before to overthrow Triton, was looking for a way to take over. Through her crystal ball, she could see Ariel crying, and an idea came to her. "I can get to the Sea King through his daughter," she realized. Ursula sent her slimy eel servants Flotsam and Jetsam to Ariel's grotto. There, they convinced the little mermaid that Ursula could help her get to her beloved prince. Ariel was so upset that she ignored Sebastian's warnings and swam off with Flotsam and Jetsam to meet with the sea witch. This can't be good. I have a deal with you, my sweet child, began Ursula after Ariel entered the witch's lair. A deal? Asked Ariel innocently. Yes, said the witch. I will make you human for 3 days, and you will go to the prince. If you can get him to kiss you before the sun goes down on the 3rd day, you will stay with him forever as a human. If he does not kiss you, then you will turn back into a mermaid, and you will be my prisoner. The price for my services, the witch continued, is your voice. My voice? Asked Ariel in shock. I won't be able to talk or sing? How will I get the prince to fall in love with me? You'll still have your pretty face, replied Ursula. After Ariel agreed to Ursula's deal, the sea witch cast a magic spell, and an amazing change took place. Ariel's voice flew from her body and captured in the seashell around Ursula's neck. Ariel then lost her tail, grew legs, and became a human. When she went to search for the prince, Ariel was helped ashore by her friends. She tried to speak to them, but no sound came out at all. A short while later, Ariel saw Prince Eric, who had been lovesick for her ever since he had heard her sing. At first, the prince thought he recognized Ariel as the girl who had rescued him, but when he learned that she couldn't speak, he knew he was wrong. Prince Eric felt sorry for Ariel, who needed help and a place to stay, so he took her back to his place. Uh-oh, that can't be good either. Over the next 2 days, Prince Eric grew to like Ariel more and more. During a romantic boat ride, Eric was about to kiss Ariel when Flotsam and Jetsam overturned the boat. That was too close for comfort, said Ursula, who was watching in her crystal ball. I'll have to take matters into my own hands, said the sea witch. Then the sea witch drank a magic potion and changed herself into a beautiful young maiden. On the morning of the 3rd day, there was a great excitement throughout the kingdom. Prince Eric was going to marry a young maiden he had just met. Uh-oh, there's the shell. Unfortunately for Ariel, Eric had been put under a spell. Ursula, disguised as the maiden, had used Ariel's voice, which she carried in the seashell around her neck. Eric now believed that the maiden was the same girl who had saved him from the shipwreck. Poor Ariel was heartbroken. The wedding ceremony was to take place on Prince Eric's new boat. Scuttle the seagull flew over the boat just as the bride passed in front of a mirror. Her reflection was on that of a sea witch. Scuttle realized that the prince was being tricked, and he rushed off to explain it to Ariel and the rest of the friends. Sebastian quickly formed a plan. Flounder helped Ariel get out of Eric's ship, and Scuttle arranged for some of his seagull friends to stall the wedding. I'm going to tell Triton about this, said Sebastian. Prince Eric and the maiden were about to be married when a flock of seagulls, led by Scuttle, swooped down on the bride, who screamed in Sea Witch's voice. Ariel climbed on board just as Scuttle knocked the seashell containing Ariel's voice around from the maiden's neck. The shell shattered and Ariel's voice returned to her. Oh, Eric, I love you, said Ariel. It was you all along, said Prince Eric. The sun disappeared over the horizon just as they were about to kiss. Ariel's 3 days were up. Immediately she changed back to a mermaid, while the maiden changed back to a sea witch. Ursula grabbed Ariel and dived off the ship. Thanks to Sebastian's warning, Triton was waiting for them at Ursula's lair. I'll let your daughter go in exchange for you, cried Ursula. Triton agreed, and he became Ursula's prisoner. She now has his magic, Triton, in control of the undersea kingdom. All of a sudden, a harpoon struck Ursula in the shoulder. Prince Eric had come to rescue Ariel, who swam to the surface with him. Ursula followed close behind them and grew bigger and bigger in anger until she rose out of the water. Prince Eric swam to his ship and climbed on board. He grabbed the wheel and turned the ship toward Ursula. Just as the sea witch was about to fire a deadly bolt at Ariel from Trident, the prince's ship slammed into Ursula and destroyed the evil witch. Now that the witch was dead, Triton was freed. He rose from sea with his trident back in hand. He could see Ariel watching Prince Eric, who was lying on the shore, unconscious. "She really does love him, doesn't she?" asked the Sea King. Sebastian, who was nearby, nodded. "I'm going to miss her," Triton added. Then he raised his trident and shot a magic bolt at Ariel's tail. The little mermaid's tail disappeared, and once again she had legs. Ariel was now human. Prince Eric awoke in time to see his beloved Ariel running onto the shore. He kissed her, and they married that day. After the wedding, Prince Eric and Ariel sailed off on their honeymoon to live happily ever after. Wow! That was Walt Disney's The Little Mermaid. Hope you enjoyed that quick reading. That was a golden book by 1997 Disney Enterprises. Now don't forget to hit that like button down below as well as that subscribe button. Helps out the channel, helps me out, okay? And also, leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about this. Tell me if you want to hear more of this kind of book. Alrighty? And as Papa and the Little Mermaid always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.